this is what these disabilities are doing, is that among those who manage to do well with them, is that they are forms of radical differentiation. And in any competitive environment, the person who has a rare set of gifts is going to have a leg up. And that's what's happening. It's an intriguing... I raised the question in that chapter about whether you would wish dyslexia on your child.
Yeah.
And if I knew that my child had an above average IQ and was otherwise unencumbered with various, I actually would say, yeah, why not?
Do you think if you then planned to have that dyslexic child and you got one, and then you did all sorts of things to help out that child not experience all the negatives of the sort that you described, boys having
Do you disable the advantage?
Yeah.
No, kids got to suffer. You can't. The suffering is the whole point.
That's what I was assuming that you'd go there.
I was talking about to one of the dyslexics I talked to is the Hollywood producer Brian Grazer, who's a totally miserable childhood because every single morning before he goes to school, he wakes up in a cold sweat because he's a very anxious guy anyway, and he can't read. And so he compensates by about the third grade, by about grade 3, he figures out that he can talk his way. After the fact, after the test is over, he's failed. He figures out he can go to the teacher and talk his way into a passing grade. And by the time he's in middle school, he's getting pretty good at this. And he says by the time he's in high school, he's amazing. He's absolute confidence he can talk his way. So what does he become? He becomes a producer.
Right.
And what is he famous for being? The most amazing negotiator known to man, right?
Yes.
So he doesn't get that his whole thing is about negotiation.
Yes.
He can talk his way out of any problem. He does not have that skill if we put him in a special school and teach him how to read at the age of 2. He needs to have trouble reading through high school in order to develop his... So we can't fix him.
Yes, yes.
Right? Now, I realize I've described this horrible Darwinian universe, but, I don't know. Do you want your kid to be a successful Hollywood producer or Larry Bird or Wayne Gretzky or not? I mean,